We're going to talk about Sir Isaac Newton, the complete picture of his life, habits, and focus.
Isaac Newton, the complete picture of his life, habits, and focus. Sir Isaac Newton, 1642 to 1727, was one of the most influential scientists in human history. He discovered the laws of motion, the law of gravity, and invented calculus, forming the foundation of modern physics. Yet the most remarkable thing about Newton is the environment in which he achieved these discoveries. He lived in a time without electricity, internet, calculators, laboratories, or modern scientific tools. His world was slow, quiet, and simple compared to modern life. Understanding how Newton lived provides powerful motivation for anyone seeking deep focus and achievement today. Part 1. Newton's life, childhood, daily habits, and environment.
1.
Childhood and early life. Isaac Newton was born on the 25th of December, 1642 in the small English village of Woolstop in Lincolnshire. He was born premature and very weak. People thought he might not survive. His father died before Newton was born. His mother remarried and left Newton with his grandmother for many years. Because of this, Newton grew up quiet, lonely, and deeply reflective. Unlike modern children. No television. No mobile phones. No internet. No video games. No electricity. His entertainment was nature, books, and thinking. As a child, Newton liked to build mechanical toys, make windmills, construct sundials, observe the sky, read books. These activities trained his mind to observe patterns and think deeply, which later helped him become a great scientist. 2. His living environment. Newton grew up in Woolsthorpe Manor, a stone farmhouse surrounded by farmland and nature. His environment looked like this. Candle-lit rooms. Wooden furniture. Stone walls. Open fireplaces for heat. No electric lights. No modern heating. No computers. No laboratories. At night the world became dark and quiet. People relied on candles, oil lamps, fireplaces. Because light was limited, people often went to sleep earlier than modern people.
So, people went to sleep earlier than modern people. Number 3, education and study. Newton attended the King's School in Grantham, where he stayed with local Panthers, Carey, a type of pharmacist. Here he developed interest in
aid with a local apothecary, a type of pharmacist. Here he developed interest in chemistry, mathematics,
mathematics,
mechanical devices. In 1661 he entered University of Cambridge, specifically Trinity College. However, the education system was very different from modern universities. Students studied mainly classical philosophy, Aristotle, theology, logic. But Newton was curious and began studying advanced mathematics on his own. He read the works of Galileo Galilei, Johannes Kepler, René Descartes. He studied independently for many hours each day. 4. Daily routine of Newton. Historical records suggest Newton often followed a routine like this. Morning. Wake up around 5 to 6 a.m. Activities. Reading scientific books.
So he was reading scientific books, writing notes, mathematical calculations, observing nature.
Bread. Porridge. Cheese. Milk. Fruit.
So we are talking about what type of food he was taking, but we talk about again from the education and study from here. Okay, um, right.
Chemistry, mathematics, mechanical devices. In 1661 he entered University of Cambridge, specifically Trinity College. However, the education system was very different from modern universities. Students studied mainly classical philosophy, Aristotle, theology, logic. But Newton was curious and began studying advanced mathematics on his own. He read the works of Galileo Galilei,
Johannes Kepler, René Descartes.
He studied independently for many hours each day.
4.
Daily routine of Newton. Historical records suggest Newton often followed a routine like this. Morning. Wake up around 5 to 6 a.m. Activities. Reading scientific books. Writing notes. Mathematical calculations. Observing nature. Breakfast was usually very simple. Typical foods in 17th century England. Bread. Porridge. Cheese. Milk. Fruit. Midday. During the day Newton would attend lectures. Conduct experiments. Write mathematical proofs. Read scientific papers. He spent long uninterrupted hours thinking. Many historians say Newton could focus 8 to 12 hours daily on study. Evening. Evenings were spent writing calculations, reading by candlelight, performing experiments. He sometimes studied late into the night using candles. Because candles were expensive, scholars used them carefully.
5.
Newton's famous plague years. Between 1665 to 1667, the plague closed Cambridge University. Newton returned to his home at Woolsthorpe Manor. These 2 years became the most productive period in scientific history. During this time he discovered calculus, laws of motion, theory of gravity, optics and light experiments. This period is often called Newton's annus mirabilis, miracle years.
6.
His study conditions. Newton worked under conditions that seem unbelievable today. He had no calculator, no computer, no internet, no scientific journals database, no Google, no AI, no electric lighting. He relied on candlelight, handwritten notes, simple instruments, observation of nature. Despite this, he produced discoveries that modern science still uses today.
7.
How Newton focused. Newton possessed extreme concentration. A famous quote attributed to him: "I keep the subject constantly before me and wait until the first dawnings open slowly into the full light." This means he would think about one problem for days or weeks. Ignore distractions. Stay focused deeply. Some reports say Newton would become so absorbed in work that he forgot to eat.
8.
What Newton ate. Food in the 1600s was very simple. Typical diet: breakfast, bread, milk, porridge, lunch, vegetables, bread, cheese, sometimes meat, dinner, soup, vegetables, bread. There were no processed foods, no fast food, no snacks like modern snacks. Meals were natural and simple.
9.
Sleeping habits. Newton did not always follow a strict sleep schedule. Some reports say he slept for 6 hours per night when deeply involved in research. However, this varied. His intense curiosity kept him awake for long periods. Part 2. What Newton did not have: modern comparison. This comparison is extremely motivating.
1,
No electricity. Newton lived 200 years before electricity became common. The first electric light bulb appeared in the late 1800s with Thomas Edison. Newton worked entirely with candles, daylight, fireplaces. Yet he still made revolutionary discoveries.
2,
No internet. Today we have Google, YouTube, online journals, AI tools, scientific databases. Newton had none of this. He had to read physical books, calculate by hand, experiment slowly.
3,
No mobile phones, modern distractions, smartphones, social media, notifications, messages, streaming platforms. Newton's world had almost zero distractions.
4,
No social media. Today,
TikTok,
Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. These constantly pull attention away from deep thinking. Newton's attention was protected by the environment of his time.
5,
No calculators. All mathematics was done manually. Newton invented calculus without any digital tools. Imagine solving complex equations using only pen, ink, paper.
6,
No modern laboratories. Newton built many experimental tools himself. For example, prisms for light experiments, telescopes, measuring devices. In fact, he invented the reflecting telescope, which improved astronomy greatly. Newton vs. modern life. Newton's world. Modern world. Candlelight. Electric lighting. Handwritten calculations. Computers. Physical books. Internet. Silence. Constant notifications. Nature and solitude. Social media distractions. Deep thinking. Multitasking. The most powerful lesson from Newton. Newton's success was not just intelligence. It was deep focus and patience. His environment helped him. Think slowly. Concentrate deeply. Avoid distraction. Today we have much better tools but much weaker focus. Motivation from Newton's life. Newton proved that greatness comes from deep thinking. Success requires long focus. Curiosity leads to discovery. Even without modern technology, he changed the world. White heavy checkmark motivational message. If Newton could transform science using candlelight, handwritten notes, and simple tools, imagine what a focused person today can achieve with modern knowledge and resources. If you want, I can also explain. Keycap 1. The exact daily schedule Newton likely followed, hour by hour. Keycap 2. 10 powerful habits Newton used for deep focus. Keycap 3. How students today can study like Newton and achieve extraordinary success.
Okay, so we were talking about Sir Isaac Newton life. I hope you like it, and please listen it and try to understand and also follow some advice about managing distractions if you're doing a work which need a focus, which most of the work need. So, how to avoid the distractions, how to focus more and be productive. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching.